So when did it feel right? I mean, there's something about it, and I know, you know, we're both from here, hometown guys, and been here all our lives. There was something that just seemed right. Like when you were on Channel 14, even early on, it just seemed like it fit. I mean, there was you, and there was Marcia, and there was Mike, and it all just seemed to work. And what do you attribute that to?
Well, I think they just kind of let me do my own thing. I was really on the job training, and they just let me go out and report stories that I wanted to cover.
And we've both had the great fortune of working in our hometowns and for a long period of time here at 14. What was that like for you when your folks saw you on the air and people at church and out in the grocery store and stuff? I mean, you don't really seem to have an ego, so did it go to your head or no?
I hope it didn't go to my head. We had some strange promos in the early years.
Yeah, I remember those.
The James Gang.
Right.
And I we have a poster of that,
yeah,
which
we
might see here.
Now, didn't Marcia fly you guys down for that
Marcia
promo?
flew, yes, she flew me, Mike Blake, and Bill Barnhill down to Kentucky Territory for that shoot. It was exciting.
A lot of
say the
faith
least.
placed in Marcia's abilities, right? You put your whole anchor team on a plane, and weren't you reading water towers to navigate down there?
Yes, we were helping Marcia navigate to this landing strip, which was a concrete slab. In fact, we ran off the concrete slab in her plane, and we helped lift it back up on the slab. So that was another bonus.
Yeah, all part of the on-the-job training,
yes.
right? You know, when you announce your retirement, so many people that you've worked with, and I tried to do the math. I mean, you probably worked with a couple hundred reporters in your career, maybe more, and dozens of producers and news directors and so on.
Camera people, directors.
And everybody. So what do you think your role has been as kind of a teacher here, or mentor?
I think that's the part that I really enjoyed the most, working with the reporters coming in here and helping them improve. And that really gave me great satisfaction when they would move on to a larger market. And I know I was kind of defeating the purpose, you know, I get these people and they're really good and they're right on the target, and then they leave. But it was great to see them advance and you know, further their careers.
Yeah. What are some of the elements in a good day?
I think some of the elements in a good day are not following the script. Some of our best newscasts have been off the cuff, how we respond to certain events in the community, these unscripted events. And you know, you've covered these weather stories over the years too, and I've helped you with those. And those are the days where you just have to really think on your feet and just kind of react to what's going on. And I think those days you really feel like you've done something.
Yeah, I know you and Susan were engaged in New York. You want to tell that story?
Oh yeah, we went to New York. It was an NBC promotional trip where they send anchors from different markets to New York. So I was ready to do my bit with Tom, and Susan was with me, and I had proposed to her the night before, and so Tom asked me, well, how's your weekend been in New York? Have you enjoyed yourself? I said, well, it was pretty exciting. I'm engaged now. And he says, well, I said, I asked a young lady to marry me. And he says, well, what did she say? I said, well, fortunately, she said yes. And he says, is that her over there? I said, yeah, that's Susan. Well, bring her up here. So Susan came on the set with Tom and me, and we chatted a little bit about our experience in New York, and he congratulated us.
And your daughter, Lauren, you want to talk about her?
Lauren is a senior at the University of Evansville now. She's going to be a teacher. We're very excited about her career. She's an accomplished artist at a young age. She's doing very well, and my wife Susan, she's going to be the chairman of the board of the Girl Scouts of Southwest Indiana in 2015. She's excited about that. She'll be, I think she's in charge of 11 counties, so I'll be helping her with. She's supported me over these years, so I'm going to support her.
How do you see the next year playing out for you?
I'm just going to let it happen and see what's out there, and see what I want to do. I like to teach. I feel like I've got a lot of experience in reporting, and I think I have an idea of how news should be presented in a tasteful and responsible way, and hopefully that's still appreciated these days.
What do you see as your legacy here at 14?
My view of the news is I really respect journalism, and I respect the fact that you have to be accurate and strive as best as you can to get every side of the story. And I say there's probably 3 sides to a story, maybe 4, and you keep digging and trying to be as responsible as you can on the air. And I hope that's the legacy I've left at Channel 14, and establish that brand, that this is a station that really cares about the community, and they want to be, and this station wants to be as responsible as possible in reporting the news. I think that's it.
I think my favorite part of working with you all these years, of course, is getting to know you, personally off the air. And we've had some adventures. We remember we did the thing where we were going to fish. We asked the viewers if we could come and fish in their ponds.
Right.
And people called us from all over the tri-state. I think we.
But that was very selfish of us,
Well,
too.
sure, but
we wanted to go fishing.
Kind of leaned toward the public service a little bit too. Here's some video of us. We were fishing at Brent Wiles Lake. But it was moments like that, people would get the feedback we would get from that sometimes would trump anything we did in weather or news. I think they just liked the fact that we did stuff like that. And I know you enjoyed it and of course promoted it a little bit. What do you think about some of the stuff we did? Yeah, costumes and that, you would always get, I think you always anticipated that eagerly.
Right.
If something would rock the boat around here.
Of course, I have an experience of working with some real characters in the weather department, and you've done some crazy, zany things in the past, Jeff, and of course I enjoy those immensely and encourage them. And of course with Marcia, you never knew what she was going to do. Lloyd Lindsay Young, he was outrageous, and then Kevin D, he always came up with some zingers too. I remember one time they had a surprise barbecue at my house.
Oh, that was,
I didn't know that was happening.
I remember that one, yeah.
We went live to Kevin at a barbecue, and he was in my backyard.
He went through your refrigerator, too.
Oh, yeah, what do we have in here?
Uh-huh.
So those moments are cherished moments.
But the tri-state wasn't disappointed. Everything was tidy and neat. And when we went fishing, you looked like you could go on the air and anchor at that moment. I mean, you had white shoes, and you were always very clean and neat.
Well, you have to be ready. You never know when breaking news is going to happen, Jeff.
Well, that's true. That's true.